Hi, my beautiful people, them, and welcome back to another video. So, don't mind me if I look a little bit greasy. I literally just got back from the gym. But without further ado, as promised last week, this week for week 4, I'll be answering a Q&A about common questions about launching your brand. No questions are off limit like I told you all. And y'all brought it. So let's get into it. If y'all see me looking down a lot, I have the questions on my laptop. Question number 1, how did you come up with the name? Ugh. This is my favorite part. How did I come up with the name? So if you didn't know, my brand is called Lead Athletics. So let's break it down. Lead comes from one of the most frequent phrases that my parents taught me growing up. And it was, don't be a follower, be a leader. And all throughout my life, I've always taken on the whole meaning of what it means to be a leader. I'm always in mentorship positions, coaching position, teaching position, group projects, the whole thing. And that phrase in itself built up my confidence to step into my gifts and into my talents. And it developed within me the love of helping people to also become the best version of themselves, right? To step into your gifts, to step into your talents, and to not doubt that about yourself. So that's where the lead out of Lead Athletics came from. And then athletics, I'm sure y'all know athletics, right? But I purposely spelled it the way I did, EATLETIKS, because I am Jamaican. And if you didn't know, we speak a dialect called Patois. So that spelling of the word athletics is a homage to my culture. So yeah. Oh, Chile, I knew you all were going to ask this question when I said nothing was off limits. How much money will I need to start my brand? Whew, okay, I don't even know where to start with this one. First of all, it's going to be very specific to you, your financial position, your brand, your resources is going to be completely specific to you. Completely specific. If I have to speak about me though, I knew I had a limited amount of funds to launch my brand, but I did not want that to be a hindrance for me. So instead of waiting to have a certain amount of money to launch my brand, I figured out how much money and resources do I have and how can I work around it. So I worked backwards. But if you could just ball out as much as you want to do the most lavish, the biggest thing, go ahead and do it. But if you are very passionate about launching your brand, but your money ain't that tall, I would say work backwards. So decide how much money you have, extra money you have for this project, and then work backwards, and your creativity will kick in like none other. Do I have to have fashion experience or a fashion degree? And this is specific to me because I technically have a fashion brand, but it's athletic wear. No, you don't have to have fashion experience or a fashion degree. This is 2022. There is YouTube University. There is anything you want to learn or you want to get better at. You have Google, you have YouTube, you can research it. You can go to social media, study the people who you admire. If there are people who do similar niche within that field, go observe them. For me, even when I was deciding how I wanted to set up my brand, you have to go ahead and study your market. You have to go ahead and study your competition. I went to my favorite websites, websites who had similar things to me, different things for me, and you gather your knowledge. You don't need a formal degree or formal experience. Life is a teacher, okay? Life is a teacher. So go ahead and just study the people around you. And if you choose to get a degree or get formal experience, even better for you, but don't let that be the thing that's gonna stop you. No. Next question. How long does it take to launch? How long does it take to launch? See, this is gonna also be very specific to you. It's gonna depend on your resources for sure. And when I say resources, it doesn't only refer to money. It refers to, do you have a team that you're working with? Are you doing everything on your own? Because time is a resource, right? How much disposable time do you have to invest into this project? Financial resources, the people as resources. That's gonna decide how long you wanna launch your brand, how long it takes to launch your brand. I'm personally gonna say work backwards. That's what I did. So when I finally decided I was ready to launch my brand earlier this year, I decided, when is the day that I want to roll it out to the world? When is the day that I want the world to know about this brand? I believe the date I chose back then was February 18. Homage to my mama and her birthday. Love you, mommy. Anyways, so I decided to do February 18, and then I worked backwards. I was like, okay, what do I have to get done before February 18? Oh, I'm gonna need a photo shoot. I'm gonna need models. I'm gonna need to set up my website. I'm gonna need to figure out my budget. I need to make sure I know what my pricing is. And once you set that date, everything else is gonna have to go backwards, and that's gonna decide, right? But I'm definitely gonna say set a date. When you set a date, it's like a commitment that you can't back out of. And it's gonna give you a better sense of urgency and more focus in your launching. Now, will your days most likely arrange themselves, or you have to rearrange your launch day? Yes, but choose a strict date and work backwards. The faster, the better. The faster, the better. Because when you try to do something faster, you take it a little bit more seriously, and it lessens the time for procrastination. So for example, my creative curator, which is my roommate Jordan, and we discussed launching my brand from the creative standpoint, let's say the beginning of February, like February 1. 4 days later, we were doing a photo shoot. By the next week, I was doing my 10-day countdown, and next couple of days, I launched the brand. So when I decided, everything happened within 3 weeks. That's how fast, because I wasn't gonna play with this procrastination thing now. Oh, this is a good question. This is a very good question. Is it possible to do this yourself, or do I need to hire help? So first things first, I am a huge believer in teamwork makes the dream work, right? I understand that when you're launching a brand, you may not have unlimited resources in terms of money, but I would suggest gathering a team, even if it's one other person, two other person that believes in your vision, believes in your brand, and you could make an arrangement with that person and say, hey, what can I do for you so that you could help me? How could I help you so you could help me, and vice versa? Barter. But yes, you could do it by yourself, yes, but I would highly recommend not doing it by yourself. The things that we can achieve with multiple people are far greater than the things that we can achieve on our own, and I believe in that wholeheartedly. One of the major reasons why this process for me wasn't as stressful as every other projects I've ever done is because I finally started understanding that through my other business, that teamwork is how you thrive. Teamwork is how you grow. No, you may not be able to pay them financially, but you may be able to pay them with exposing their help, giving them credit on any post. You may be able to pay them by giving them a free sample of your product, whatever it is. But highly recommend, don't do this on your own, baby love. Do not. How do I find the right manufacturer for my product? Now this one is a heavy hitter question. Manufacturer. Now, There are probably a billion manufacturers in this world. So I can only speak on my personal experience. I'm gonna put one name on the screen. This is where I went to because of watching other YouTube videos, getting referrals from other people, and I went to Alibaba. So Alibaba is a wholesale retailer that does a lot of products, a lot of everything. If you choose to go to the route of Alibaba, I have a couple suggestions for you all though. Make sure that you look through all the different manufacturers to see which one best meets your need in terms of their cost, their quality, and their efficiency. Cost, quality, and efficiency. How much does it cost? How much quality is the product, and how long it will take to get your product, and how quickly do they respond to you with your inquiries. In terms of quality control though, I would highly recommend that you get samples before you bulk order. Do not shoot yourself in the leg. Definitely quality check. So for me, with my gym clothes, with my Athleisure line, I am going to quality check before I mass produce. So I've tested out multiple sets before I decided to go with this one as my first, because of the quality, how good I can work out in it, the texture, all of that stuff. So yeah, I use Alibaba, and take the extra time it takes to find someone that matches your needs, because this is your brand. Your brand is a reflection of you. Okay, and the last question, y'all have some good questions, I'm not gonna lie. How do I know I'm going to be profitable? All right, can I give you all my motivational explanation and then my logical explanation? My motivational explanation to how do I know I'm going to be profitable is, do you believe in your project? Do you believe in your brand? Exactly. If your answer is yes to those two questions, then you're going to be profitable. The only way you won't be profitable is if you quit. Let that sink in. The only way you're not profitable is if you quit. If you're patient and you believe in your brand, you know you have something valuable to offer others, if you know you're filling the need, if you know you're being a problem solver for some kind of common issue, you are going to be profitable, right? You identified a need in the market, you decided to be the provider for that need. Profits. All right, now the intellectual, logical answer to how do you know if you're going to be profitable is, first of all, you need to know all your costs. Make a list of your costs. Budget. Know your budget. Know all your numbers, every single one of your numbers. Do not let any dollar pass you. I'm talking about how much money it takes to get your products from your manufacturer, including shipping and tax. I'm talking about your packaging. Know your packaging. I'm talking about knowing your advertisement tools, whether physical, what do you call those little postcards, thank you cards that you have to produce to put in your mailing, to virtual promotional tools like online social media promotional. Know how much it takes to ship your stuff to your customers. Know how much gas it takes. Know how much resources like tape and paper and ink and printer and stuff you're gonna use. Know every single thing. Once you know your numbers, you are in control. You get to go ahead and outsource. You get to find cheaper options, better options. You get to cut your costs, but the only way you could cut your costs and increase your profit is if you know your costs. Is it clicking? Is it clicking? Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so, but back to the original answer. You're gonna be profitable. Just don't quit. Believe in yourself enough to stay the course and show people why you value your brand, and once they see that, they'll buy into it too. All right, that's the last question. Of course, if you have any further questions, always feel free to comment, message me on Instagram, message me here. I will be glad to help you. The biggest thing is if I had to go through something, I want it to be easier for the next person. That's my philosophy. You don't have to do all the stuff I did. I want to help you so it's easier for you. But as usual, your girl has been consistent. Thank you so much for coming out to another video. Also, I just needed to let y'all know that this is my 3rd month. January, February, March, posting consistently for 3 months. I've officially achieved my 90-day plan. I've posted on my channel for 90 days straight. My 90-day plan every week straight. And so I'm really proud of that. All right, but as usual, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and share to your friend them, turn on your post bell notifications, and until next time, bye. Ooh. Bye.